The most important thing when you're making your own honeybee queens is to make sure the bees don't make queen cells out of old larvae. It's larvae that's too old, that's going to be a worker. So that's why you have to spend a lot of time going back through checking them after you split them. Now, if you want to go on the internet, look up bushfarms.com bee math. There's a lot of good information there. All eggs hatch at 3.5 days. Queens capped at day 8, plus or minus 1 day. And then on beekeeper.amazingbees.com, raising bee queens by splitting a hive. 6 to 7 days after you do the split, you want to go through and you want to destroy all the capped queen cells, because those larvae were intended on being workers. This will eliminate worker larvae that were turned into queen cells. Now, I bought queens from Foley's Russian Bees, and a lot of the queens were small. They didn't lay very well, and I don't think he's doing a good job eliminating queen cells that shouldn't be used. Let me show you an example of a, now this right here was split on May 13th. I checked this yesterday when it was cloudy. It wasn't a good day to do a video, and I knew which queen cells were capped on May 19th, which was day 6. So these were both done exactly the same time. Today's May 20th. It's the 7th day after a split. And bees are very aggressive when they don't have a queen, and you don't really have to keep smoking them. You just set the smoker near the hive so that you have your hands free to do other stuff. And I don't wear gloves because this is very delicate. You don't want to drop it. You don't want to damage the queen cell. This is a foundationless frame, and I got to be really careful with this. There's an example of a good queen cell. It's not capped yet, and I've looked in there. The larva is huge. And there's another one on the other side. Smoke gets in your eyes, it's hard to see. There's another one there. See how busy they are? It's why you want to make sure your mating nukes have lots of bees. You want to make sure it's well fed. Okay, let me give you an example of a poor quality queen cell. Something you do not want to use. That's why 5 to 6 days after you've done the split, you want to go through and you want to destroy all the capped queen cells. Maybe day 7, you'll have good queen cells, and you don't want to do it after day 7 or on day 7. But 5 or 6 days after you do split, you shouldn't have any capped queen cells. If you do, they're no good. They won't be a large queen. And large queens are the ones that lay for a long time. Small ones don't. Right there. Now these were capped yesterday. And this colony right here happens to have a bunch of queen cells that are already capped. None of them are large. And what will happen if you don't do this, if there was any chance of them having a large queen cell, the small queen cells will have a runt queen come out and destroy all the other queen cells. So your chances of having a large good quality queen are pretty much 0. Now that one there, that's iffy. But there are, see, they still have some queen cells that are open yet, that they're working on. But there are too many small ones in here. That's why you could spend a lot of time doing this, going through and checking them and destroying all those, because you don't want a runt queen to get out and destroy your good queen cells. and you want to check, make sure there's something in there. Now that one right there is potentially a good queen cell. So if I go through and I destroy all the other queen cells and let them work on that one there, chances are I will have a large queen. If she gets mated, that's the other question. 50-50. Whether she's going to get lost during the mating flight or if she's going to get mated. Now this is why I like to use a deep for my mating nukes. Now, these colonies here were large enough for, I gave them 7 frames. And I don't need to find a holder for my frames because I can turn this deep into my holder. And I had these insulated fillers in there. These were all slid over side by side. And I had this in there. And then this happens to be honey that sticks out a ways. But anyway, you don't have to worry about them building in the void space because they're busy with the queen cells and these frames are already all filled out anyway. So I take this out and that gives me places to, all I gotta do is slide over the frames. I don't have to actually take them out and set them aside. It keeps the nurse bees in the hive. And you can pull out a frame, look at it, you can put it back in, you can pull out another frame, look at it, because you don't want to rub up frames against each other. There's a good chance you're going to destroy a good queen cell. Okay, thank you.